Hi guys, how's it going? I wanted to come on here today and make a video about a myth that I see well-meaning people telling grieving moms or anybody grieving in general, and an advice that I got really early on in my grief journey by well-meaning, loving people in my life was that time will heal everything, or the more time passes, the more you'll start to feel better. And I remember early on in my grief journey, I took that to heart because I've never lost or never had such a personal loss, and I was really struggling and I didn't know what to do. So I took that advice to heart, and I made myself really busy in my business. At the time, I was leading a full-time coaching business, and I worked lots, and I just left no space in my life, because anytime I had some free time or some space, I had the wave of grief come and hit me with a lot of feelings that were really uncomfortable, and they would leave me feeling foggy in my head. I would usually have a really bad headache that lasted for days if I didn't take anything for it. I used to feel overwhelmed, lethargic. So obviously somebody had told me this myth, and I had taken it as a truth, was that time will heal everything. And what I want to tell you today is that that is a myth. If you've been told that, um, the good news and the bad news is to have the awareness that it's a myth. And it's not specifically that time will heal everything. It's not the passage of time that will heal. What will actually heal is what you do with that time. So it doesn't matter when your loss was, if it was a few weeks ago, or if it was a month ago, a year ago, many years ago. It doesn't matter. Everybody's grief journey is unique and different. And what I want you to know is that even if it doesn't matter what amount of time has passed, if you're still having those grief feelings hit you once in a while or every day, or once, or like you're going about your life and you're doing pretty good these days, but once in a while a trigger comes and it takes you right back into those feelings again of overwhelm, of lethargic, of feeling foggy in the head. What I want to tell you is that don't beat yourself up by believing this myth that somebody else had told you, that time will heal everything. What I want you to focus on instead is to perhaps appreciate the journey that life has put you on with having this loss. Maybe appreciate for the time that's gone. So for example, this is something that I say to myself whenever I feel grief feelings coming on and I get kind of like spiral down into negative feelings again. And this is something I learned from my therapist. And she basically said to me, as 2 years had passed, I told her, 2 years have passed and I still don't feel better. What's wrong with me? And you may be feeling that way, right? Like we tend to doubt ourselves, like, why am I feeling this way? And my therapist told me, she said, it's not that 2 years have passed and you're still not feeling better. Tell yourself it's only been 2 years and look how far you've come. So that's the tip I want to share with you, is that, time alone doesn't help. What you do with that time, that helps. So if in this moment you're really struggling and you're having a really bad day today and you're wondering when you're going to feel better, I want you to know is that what I want you to know is seek help. Go talk to somebody, a professional who's maybe specialized in grief and loss. Talk to them, maybe a trauma specialist if your loss was quite sudden and there's a series of traumatic events that followed. And if none of those options are available, maybe listen to free videos that grief and loss coaches do online. If that is also not an option, maybe you don't have the time to sit down and listen to these videos because you have kids running around or you have a busy life. Give yourself time and space and just do a lot of self-care in this time. And self-care can look like different things for different people. It could mean a yoga practice, it could mean a meditation, but if all of those things feel like too much, maybe it's just a nice shower. Maybe it's using skip the dishes and getting a milkshake that you really enjoy. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's Netflix tonight. Maybe It's you know, maybe it's taking a nap. So do what you can. It's what we do with the time that heals our grief. It's not the passage of time. So that's the myth that I wanted to break today, and I wanted to tell you about that. And just remember, no matter what stage of grief you're going through, everything you're feeling is normal. And a big heartbreak has happened in your life. Your heart is broken. You're trying to put the pieces together. I want you to celebrate yourself today. And, you know, time alone will not fix anything. You need to seek help. And one step in front of the other that you will take over time is what's going to help. So, my friends, that's my message to you. I will be back with another video soon. Until then, take care. And if you like this video, like it, subscribe to my channel, because these are the type of videos that I will be sharing as a grieving mom, on learning how to thrive despite feeling grief, despite having loss. So thank you so much. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.